Welcome to Parchment Update, an interview series from the Parchment Community Library to bring your community closer to you. I'm Karen Woodworth, Library Ambassador. I'm joined today by Area Agency on Aging Division Manager Don Saldia. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Karen. It's a great opportunity to be here, so appreciate your time.
Well, the Area Agency on Aging will have a table at the Parchment Community Library on Wednesday, August 13th to help people fill out a needs survey. What is the purpose of the survey?
Great question, Karen. So the needs survey is really rooted into a foundational component of what an area agency on aging is. There's actually a AAA for short, in every single county and every single state here in America, with the ultimate purpose of helping older adults age at home. Now, with that, every community is different in regards to what the needs are and subsequently what those services are that a AAA implements. For example, the services needed in Tampa, Florida could be very different from what services are needed here in Kalamazoo. So really what the purpose of these needs surveys is really to ask the community, what are the needs that you're experiencing as an older adult? And that's, short and sweet, really helps a AAA fine tune the services that it delivers to ensure that the community can age in their homes as independently and as safely as possible.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, who can participate in the survey?
Great question. Any Kalamazoo County resident age 60 and over. So we always encourage that even if you're not accessing services, that your insight is still very valuable because you could still have some really good perspectives, especially if you're a caregiver, if you're caring for an older adult. The insight and the stories, the experiences that an individual has really can be of course, put into a bigger picture of what those needs are. So really, any older adult 60 and over is encouraged to take the survey.
Okay, sounds good. So, let's talk a little bit about the length of the survey. How many questions are on it, and how long do you think it will take to fill out?
Great question. So best way to describe it is there's about 10 sections. Each section could have anywhere from like 3 to 10 questions, but it's very straightforward. It could take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to complete. So it does require a little bit of time, but again, the value of the information that we would be able to garner from it would be so appreciative for us here at the AAA.
Okay, and is this a paper survey or an online survey or both?
Great question. So starting in July, some residents most likely received a paper survey. With that, there was a link to an online component or an online survey. So right now we do have an open period, is what we're calling it, for that online survey for individuals to take. However, if someone would still like to complete a paper survey, they can contact our agency and we'd be glad to schedule a mailing for them to get them a paper survey with a return envelope that they can complete and send back to us here.
Okay, and will you be bringing paper surveys to the library, and have those at the table here?
Great question. So right now, just because we don't know about the turnout, it is virtual only there at the library. However, we would be able to get name, contact information to do a quick turnaround to actually mail a paper survey out.
Okay, sounds good. So you've touched on this just a little bit, but how will the results of the survey affect services offered by the Area Agency on Aging?
Great question. So every AAA has various resources or arguably grants available to them. Each of those grants arguably have different services that an agency could start tapping into. So with this needs survey, this helps to make sure that the services we're delivering, we're able to request that arguably from our state governing body. So it really is part of like a really great formal process to ensure that our funding and the funding and the grants that are given to us are actually going to services that are in need in the area. So if there is a need for home delivered meals, we want to make sure we're able to capture that with our grants and turn that into a service that our community can start accessing.
Oh, that's a great example. All right, well, before we wrap up today, what else would you like us to know?
Great question. Yes, and that the survey is open until the end of August. So we really encourage as many older adults to complete it as possible. I think right now we're at or over 1,000 responses, so we're really excited about that. But we really want to try to keep that momentum going and really capture that story, individuals' experiences about what those needs are. If we are able to know the needs, we have a great team here, and of course some support of over 30 organizations here in Kalamazoo who provide various services. And we want to make sure that all those services and of course all that energy behind that is going to those needs that of course are relevant here in the community.
Okay, and I guess we should also end by talking a little bit about what's gonna be going on at the table at the library here on August 13th.
Yes. So we'll have some team members there. So we'll have a computer, a little workstation that, of course, any individual can come in and take that online survey. We'll help provide any technical assistance. We'll help hopefully answer any questions. But also on top of that, our staff members there at the library are also really have all the information that a community member can have if there's any questions about any of the services that AAA currently offers. So if there is a question about home delivered meals and what organizations are here that could provide that, we can start making those connections even outside of taking that survey.
Okay, sounds great. So sounds like there's a reason for people to come even if they've already
Absolutely.
filled out the survey. All right, and again, that's going to be Wednesday, August 13th, right here at the Parchment Community Library from 11:30 in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, thank you so much for taking the
Yeah,
time to talk to me today.
absolutely, Karen. And of course, if there's any other questions, feel free for community members to access our website, calcounty.gov/AAA. A lot of this information will be on our website as well. So again, thank you for the opportunity.